So I have my first caller now. Hello there.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. God bless you.
Amen.
You know,
And you too.
you are really one of the last voices in this tightened era. That's why
I am glad that you can count on me as one of the last voices left. We are not many.
because so many people are scared to even post now. You see that scenario with those children. My I used to see videos like that, but it's not many times that you see those kind of videos blow out. I saw the video before I got popular. I got very sad and I just scrolled on. Knowing Nigerians, I saw them in comment sections still arguing Davido, Whiskey, Bobrisky. I said, God. Then the video just blew. Unfortunately for Nigerians, it shocked them. And I was like, why are they shocked? I've been seeing videos like this 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I lost faith in Nigeria when food donated during COVID. These politicians hid it. It's not like they used their own money to buy it.
No.
Food donated. If they can do that, starve you during COVID, why are you shocked that they can do this to these children? And this thing is a threat. They are not going to have any mercy on these children to show us that we should not protest. When these people are over, they are overdosing on power. Let's not even call it drunk on power anymore. This is an overdose. You are shouting at the people, you are standing in front of them, you are caging them. In the next 2 to 3 years, if Trump wins, if this woman in UK wins, everywhere is locked up. Now you are trapped in this same place with these people that you are oppressing. I don't think if there's going to be a revolution, I don't think these people will have enough time to escape Nigeria. And they don't know that. All of them can escape.
It seems that they are so confident. I mean, you have to give that to them, okay? When you look at the way they talk, I'm talking about those in different position of power in Nigeria, right? If you listen to the way they talk, you can sense you can smell the feelings of what can you do? What are you going to do? What can you not do to us? You can't do anything. All you can do is just talk on social media. After that, if you protest, we'll kill you. What can you do? You can feel it in what they say. It's like there's no consequences at all expected.
It is because that is the Nigerian nature. That is what usually happens in Nigeria. Once all of us leave Nigeria, we also have that feeling. But little by little, when we are pushed into the corner, they say Nigeria will break through the wall. But no, that is not what we do. We face the challenge when we see there's no other choice. When you go abroad, you are put in a position where there's no other choice but to fight for yourself. These people will not be able to jackpot anymore. These people will not have freedom. They will not, and there are people abroad
who have jackpot. There's a chance that the way the whole world is going, they will end up in that Nigeria unexpectedly.
Exactly.
For those who want jackpot, we say it has become more expensive. It has become more unrealistic, right? And they are like dropping the idea of jackpot now because they can't afford it, right? And some of these countries are also probably blocking their doors. Even those who don't jackpot, they will probably find themselves in Nigeria unexpectedly too.
So somebody that is coming back from their eyes being opened, or you want to see, they know that about human rights. It's not that time when it was only Fela that knew. If they come back in millions, these people have nothing to lose. And you are surrounded, these people don't even care. They have surrounded themselves with everybody that hates them just to please their master, just because of money that they will not even be able to finish. It's just madness. For the first time on Twitter, I saw all these Arewa groups that they really, really hate Igbo people. For years, I've been watching. They hate. I saw they are posting. Nnamdi Kanu was right. This country is a zoo. I could not believe it.
The people that they abuse on Twitter, they have reduced so drastically as well.
You know, I thought it was Photoshop, but it was real. I say, these people, they are just, that's first realization. When you think the country is a zoo, but you have to realize that in a zoo, they keep them well fed, they take care of them, they shower them because they are making money from them. So they want them to be healthy and at their best. That country is not a zoo. That country is a slaughterhouse. That country is a farm where, do you know how they keep animals in farm just so they can slaughter you and use you? So they can use your skin, so they can use your organs, so they can use everything about you. When they loan money, they are loaning it in your name. And you are the one that have to pay every single thing back. That is if they decide not to steal and actually utilize it. I'm sure I say, daily I wake up and I say, how can I not be Yoruba? Because when I see some of the stupid comments from, you see a Yoruba man saying, why did they raise Russian flag? Is it not raising their committee?
Flaggy. Like,
I
are
say,
you being
what kind of person
serious?
is this?
You're gonna
Where did
charge
they
them for
raise this?
treason for raising flag?
You know, and that is where their power is. When it's to oppress people, that your politicians that are committing treason every day, use that same dirty mouth to talk to them.
Do they even understand what it means to economically sabotage your country? Like, you are economically sabotaging your country, looting the country, money meant for the general welfare of the people. You are stealing it. That's the crime that you should be shot like China. But no, raise flag. That one is more treasonable.
I am so ashamed to be, even when I go to all these African markets, I don't want them to know that I'm Yoruba. I'm thinking, can they sense me? Can they know? How are they thinking about me? Are they really smiling with me, or do they hate me? Or and it is always, and most especially those Yoruba people in England. What, I've never been to England before, but I feel like those English people don't treat them like human beings. And that is why they are heartless. Because they are treated that way, they believe everyone should be treated that way also. We in Europe, you might face racism, you might.
I don't even know where that comes from. I think it's just a trait of people who always have that mentality of I better pass my neighbor. I went through hardship. I went through hell. Everybody must go through that same hell, even when they are already okay now. It's complicated. I'll take another one, Baba. We shall see you.
Okay, thank you.
Building up.
1 minute. Okay? How can we send you this kind of videos? How can we send you information?
Baba, if we find WhatsApp now. It's just that most of the time, right? Most of the time, some of these videos, I always have them. People send me some of these, okay? But before they even send me them, I've had people who are sending me some clips when I go check my messages. But some of them are the videos I've actually had or used 2-3 days back. So they just came across it. I'm like, am I even need to see this video? I'm like, I've already had it. But yeah, you can only send me stuff through the same medium. WhatsApp. I'll see it. Thank you so much. So, Angono. What happened? I'm so sorry. I think our line just went off because I did not charge. Can you believe that? That's so crazy. So I have not really charged this line for, I think, for days. So that is why it is off. So give me a sec and I'll get it back on. Okay. Really sorry about that. See, can you believe that? That's just coming back on. That's a shame. Imagine having a phone call and then your phone just died on you and like, chat phone, you know. See, I didn't even notice. I've probably left it uncharged for days. So it's going to come up in another 1 minute. All right. I've got that covered. Okay. So now let's take a break for a minute. And when I come back, we'll continue with our phone calls.
ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kọ́ṣì ń bọ̀ wá ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kọ́ṣì ń bọ̀ wá tólórò máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré ayé máa sáré ẹyẹ tí ò dúró rere máa sáré àlórà máa sáré hs tí kò mọ kankan máa sáré everybody máa sáré gbogbo wa pátá máa sáré ìgbà yẹn ti dé àsìkò yẹn náà làwà ìgbà yẹn ti dé àsìkò yẹn náà làwà everybody máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré àwọn tó ń ṣòro gan máa sáré olúmọlẹ̀ máa sáré àpènà máa sáré olúwo ìlú gan máa sáré everybody pátápátá máa sáré gbogbo wa máa sáré àwọn ọmọ fantasy base máa sáré àwọn ọmọ tomorrow base máa sáré akíndóyin base máa sáré ayépéjọ ṣọ base máa sáré everybody pátá máa sáré. ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kọ́ṣì ń bọ̀ wá ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kọ́ṣì ń bọ̀ wá tólórò máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré ayé máa sáré ẹyẹ tí ò dúró rere máa sáré àlórà máa sáré hs tí kò mọ kankan máa sáré everybody máa sáré.
Wapata máa sáré. Again, sorry about that. The line itself is going to be back in a minute. Okay. So give me a sec. Let me put that back up. I mean, the main connection to the WhatsApp. So if you want to be part of this chat, all you have to do is call in that WhatsApp link, so to say. And then you and I can indeed have a chat like this. Can you believe that? Hello there.
Hello, Baba Mayegun Epele.
Yeah. Mo máa dá yín lóhùn yẹn ni o pé ṣé Èkìtì gbé o.
Ó gbére.
Kábíyèsí o.
Ó gbére ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ti gba ṣọ́ọ̀bù lọ́wọ́ wa o.
Àbí sùúrù. Bàbá.
No. Wọ́n ní bílù bá ti rú kọgbákọgbá àsìkò àti ìyá ìlú yẹn ti dé ni o. Nínú Bíbélì pàápàá wọ́n sọ pé Nehemiah, some are building, some are fighting, and some are praying. Kò sọ pé wọ́n kàn pray lásán. Some are building.
Some are building, some are praying.
Yeah, some are building, some are fighting intellectually, and some are also they're praying. Kò sọ pé kákọ̀ máa gbàdúrà nìkan. My just little advice to every Nigerians, especially the ones at home or abroad. There is one film I watched, and this has been since 2008 thereabout.
Right. It
is called Facing the Giant. Facing My Giant. It's an American soccer game, but this coach always doing his best, but it's always been sabotaged. He lost hope, everything, not knowing that even the people around him are sabotaging him. They were using everyone against him. He lost his car. His car cannot even start. They have to push the car. So many things inside that place, all against this guy. But he kept until one day he stood up against all his tormentors. He stood up against them. Not just only by praying, he confronted them. And that is how many things changes.
Facing your fear.
Yeah. That is the fear. It is called facing the giant. Those things look like giant to him. But until when it comes to the realization that, why would I be running away
what else do I
from confronting? Even on the field of play, he got to the point of now confronting the players. You have to do more than expected. Because the players are always afraid. He told them, he said, if we lose, we praise God. If we win, we praise. We don't just mess about here. It's either you put everything on the field, don't come out and complain. Until when our people got to that point, nobody is going to pick up your mistake for you. No one is going to fight for you, because why this thing have dragged this long is because when we have almost 15 million diasporas, let's just cut 5 million away. 10 million diasporas are sending money home. Is feeding almost, let's say, five per family, which some are more. That means 50 million Nigerians are living off the diasporas. So why are they going to stand up to go fight for themselves? Because everything is coming. And if some are not getting anything, they will go and use the elderly people to speak to their people outside. And no, because they feel nobody wants their parents to die just anyhow.
No.
But it has come to a stage that it's not even easy to buy a ticket to go home.
No anymore.
Not easy. I told my brother one day, I said, he said, let me send this money, or for me to come. He said, it's better I send money, no, instead of coming. Imagine. It has gotten to that point that even the people at home,
consideration how much it costs you to come and see them. They will just
even
tell
the
you that,
people at home,
it's not worth it. Just send the money.
That's it.
It has gotten
even the people at home. Yeah, even the people at home are not praying for us to come.
No.
That is, these are some of the things that they are enjoying while we are suffering here. I got my pay yesterday, and after every bill went out, I got 60 pounds left.
You are not alone.
Out of that 60 pounds, I still expect to send money. So if without side hustle of this construction stuff I'm doing, how am I going to live? Then the people at home will tell you, what are you saying that somebody have not done before? Yes. This is they just wanted us to stay in this cold, and our flesh is dying. The cold is entering our bones, and we are not lasting long. This is why many people are falling into mental illness. Go to mental hospital and see how black people have overworked themselves and now in a mental state.
Yes, Baba, you are speaking in the spirit right now. You are speaking the mind of a lot of people who are in the diaspora. And one primary reason why a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora are always interested in what is going on in that place. Because you know what? A lot of us can't go back there. Right?
We can't go.
And here that we are, okay, a lot of people have to kind of like bottle in a lot of frustration. Going to Nigeria used to be a breakaway for many people. In a year.
That's right.
They just go there and just spend like 2 months, a month. But now they just can't. More billing.
How can you?
More billing.
How can you? Even when you take holiday here and say you're going to Nigeria, you end up doing more work. Place you say you are going holiday, you end up doing more work than coming back. When you come back like this, it's like you are fighting everybody when you come back here. Because you have been overstressed. You have to be running away and hiding from people. Explanation. I don't know how they actually overstretch our brain that our people cannot even think ordinary to understand. They don't think about that all the beats you are playing, everything they think is the exchange of one naira to pounds. That is just what is in their brain. They don't know. I said, my council tax is 250 pounds. Electric gas is almost 200 pounds. TV license 44 pounds. Water 54 pounds. You still this, so I don't even have anything left to do shopping.
400 pounds to share among family members.
And then rent.
And then
rent is 1,100 pounds.
Oh dear.
1,100. So if you look at these things and you are trying to tell somebody that they are looking at exchange, it's £1 to 2,000 naira. Is somebody sick? If somebody is not sick, how can the person be thinking of exchange rate when they're supposed to be looking at what you are going through, working and not getting anything at the end of the day? Yet out of nothing, you are still squeezing something out of nothing just to make sure that they live. Yet they are the one who will tell you that you want to destroy Nigeria. Yeah. The Nigeria is already destroyed. The mentality of our people is like the mentality of Eve. God created man in his own image. Then the devil now came and said, God does not want you to be like him. You have already been created as God. Now, how can the enemy now turn the matter now, return it back to you and say, it is because God does not want you to be like him, so you need to disobey God. Then declare independence for yourself, and that is the end you see. If you look at Genesis chapter 5, it says, and now Adam began to give back in his own image, not in the image of God, because he has disobeyed. So these things, until people get to the point of saying, enough. I know my people are sending something, but in pain. Ìrora tó ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn wa yìí níbi tó ń wà níbi diaspora, ìrora tó ń go through láti send little yìí, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ìrora ìkó jẹ àwọn òpònú yìí níyà. No, they would now be in the middle of the night.
Now your own is better. You should leave us alone. Don't destroy Nigeria for us. And you see, Esther, I said something about the fact that it is only somebody who is of a low intellect will think that because they live abroad, okay, what is going on in Nigeria doesn't affect them. It is going to be somebody with a full-time ignorance, right? That will be in Nigeria. And think that the economic problem of Nigeria doesn't affect us here. It's only people of low intellect. You are not far away from the pang of T-Pain. None of us is spared. We are all victims if all of us want to think properly. Because like you said, sir, nobody would love to see a member of his family on the streets, possibly starving and begging. And because of this, we've taken it as part of our responsibility. And this may be our own undoing too. Because, yeah, you said it. It has kept a lot of people who are supposed to face these people. It has kept them away from asking questions.
It just kept them away because they know that. Let me just give you this instance. There is one guy that is very popular those days in our local area in Ajegule. This guy, his sister is married to a medical doctor. They used to send him something. He will be drinking, carrying people from one beer parlor to another. Hey, drink. And this is a very intelligent player. He said, sister, you know, one bring me come abroad. When they walk and manage to bring him, he's not even up to 1 month. He said, want to go back. They say, go where? Now, so it be, you go stay here. I think you want to come. Now you don't come. Do you to dig up? If they that side, if they do younger, you just don't know as they come before. Now you don't enter up. First of all, you first enter street. Who you go marry to get paper? Now there start. So people don't know. It took me 20 years to be able to get 2.5 years stay. 20 years working only voluntary, and then somebody will now be telling me all manners of nonsense. When they get there, they will start the fight by themselves, and the people in the diaspora must be canvassing to them. This time, anybody, they have to stand up for themselves. Look at them carrying little children. And they say these children, they are adults, they are married. I don't know how some people sleep at night. May God bless you, my brother.
You too, sir. Thank you so much. You have a very good one. You see, one of I think I told my family members way back then, I said, you see, I do not believe in money rituals, right? Well, I think some of you in Nigeria, we are your money rituals. You see, if you have any good family member abroad that are still good to you, we are just like their money rituals. We are the people who feels like their burden is our burden. And therefore, there's no amount of money we can provide. And I also told a friend recently, I said, do you know that it is actually more beneficial for you to be in Nigeria and then be receiving money from somebody from abroad than for you to actually come this same abroad and expect the people you live in the same abroad with to give you money. Nobody really gives anybody money here. You see, I can send up to, £1,000 to Nigeria. This is going to be like a money for God knows. I give a lot of people money. Here you get. And including my children, though. The priority. They are my priority, though, right? Then I am like, give this one 100,000. Give that one 150.